Here's a 2013 Dodge Ram 3500. Now this truck here has every option that I can imagine. It's four-wheel drive. It's got the Cummins turbo diesel. 2,000 miles. I'm not sure if I said four-wheel drive or not. Now this truck did have fire damage. The truck itself did not burn, but the building that it was in burned, and thus, you know, as the heat rolled across the roof, you can see it got the hood here. On top, got the roof. There's the tires. You can see the tires are like brand new. Now all of the plastic on the truck kind of wilted like this. So we installed new headlights, grill, the mirrors, just and then the fender flares. Just that way the truck can drive down the road now, or whatever you got to do with it. The truck does have smoke damage underneath the hood. You can see the kind of some black soot there, but she does run and drive just fine. I'll go ahead and shut the hood. Shuts fine. Again, the tires, like new. This side here didn't really sustain much damage at all. All I see really is maybe just a little bit of bubble in here on the back, and then of course the light pylon here on the top. You can see the fuel tank there. Jump in here. I gotta move the truck around a little bit here because I know I have a truck coming in. The truck does run and drive just fine. You can see there's no idiot lights on in the dash whatsoever. I'll continue outside. Give you a little bit more of a closer walk around. You can see here there's paint damage here on the doors. Going around the top. These decals here burned. I don't see anything low, you know, lower than about here. You know, all four door handles, as you can see, did get a little bit of a melt to them. You know, they all work fine the way it is right now. But, you know, I guess I would replace the door handles. You can see the fender got it here a little bit. Kind of the biggest thing that's got to get changed right now is, you can see here in the lower windshield, the cowl plastic trim, you know, it's probably 30 or 50 bucks. That piece that goes in here has got to get replaced. And since that melted all over the windshield wiper arms, the wipers won't turn on right now because the plastic is melted onto that. So you might have to get a new wiper motor. And then the windshield, you can see all these little dots. Well, the heat made the windshield delaminate a little bit. Very annoying. I wouldn't want to drive the vehicle with all those dots around, and I think it would probably be illegal to drive it before you replace the windshield. It's missing the front emblem here. You know, these front grills or front bumpers are about $2,500 to $3,000, somewhere in there. Say this is the Laramie edition, so we got lots of storage there, glove box here, owner's manual. Now there is absolutely no smoke damage on the inside of the vehicle. I can't smell any smoke or any funny smells in here whatsoever, except for the smell of the leather seats. And then this is just, you know, road dust. That's nothing to do with fire or anything like that. That's just gravel dust. Now back in here, we've got the third tail light, the brake light that mounts back here on the roof. You know, obviously that got fried as well. The center back window here, that is broken out. It is a sliding rear window, but like I say, the center pane is broke. I would probably just get this whole assembly, I guess if it was me. If you look on eBay, I saw this whole assembly for $160. I saw one of them for that price, but there's a bunch of them out there for, I believe, about $300 or $400. You can see there's no damage to the headliner. You know, it's kind of a little bit dirty, but it's fine. That piece right there is hanging down just a little bit. I'll try to remember to point that out when I get back inside the truck. So here's the back tires. And this fuel tank, well, I'll get around to that here in a second. The tail lights are working here, but the sets of tail lights in the pylon here, the one there, and there, those obviously melted out, and we had to cut the wires to them because they were shorting to the ground, not allowing these tail lights to work. But these tail lights here all work. None of those are melted. This one here, as you can see, got a little melted. This one's locked here, can't get in there. And then this front one here is melted as well. Now we do have two sets of keys for this truck. One set, well, we have three different keys. One key is for the truck itself to turn it on. One key, I believe, is for these toolbox locks. And one key is for this fuel tank. Now I believe this here is a 97-gallon fuel tank. It is burned. As you can see here, all the little damage. It's just got that kind of like a rhino liner on there, so you can either go over the top or peel it off. Of course, you know, the fuel tank's fine. Doesn't appear to be leaking. And if you look really close right here, I believe it says 97 gallons. And then here is your main truck fuel tank. I believe this is about 53 gallons, if I remember right, is what that is. So it's 150 gallons of fuel on board. See this back window here, like I say, it's kind of melted a little bit. It's just the plastic going around. This piece here is melted a little bit. But there seems to be no damage to the seats at all. No, like I say, no funny smells. You can see this corner here obviously took the most of the heat. And here, the inside tint, you know, it's just aftermarket tint, as you can see. That tint kind of pulled, made funny lines. So this tint's just got to get peeled off and put new tint on. Then underneath the back seats on both sides, you can see there's storage underneath the back seats, LED lights here. And this is a DEF truck. These mirrors here, they do fold down like that or up. There's power and memory seats. Of course, as you can see here, we have a backup camera. It is, like I say, it's four-wheel drive, too low. This is an ice hill here, so I had to put it in four-wheel drive. You can see the four lock. Only the seat belt is on right now. Back two-wheel drive. Of course, here we've got your radio, your media, your controls for heated seats, heated steering wheel, cooled seats, climate control, navigation, phone, every option you can imaginably want. Of course, we got your radio, and then going up here, I was saying the turn signal is out because that top one is burned out up there. Here's your trailer options, trip controls. Here's your fuel, idle hours, in case you were curious. You can see here the vehicle info. This truck's at idle for 23 hours. It's driven 50 hours, so its total runtime is 73 hours. That's all that's been on this truck. Tranny temp, oil life, fuel filter, battery voltage, exhaust turbo, gauge summary. I'll go back here. As I go down the road, it will get a little loud in here, but that's only because that paper, this paper here over the back window kind of rattles a little bit, obviously. So, but we'll go out for a little bit of a test drive. Throw my seatbelt on really quick. I don't know if you can see in the video or not, but you should be able to see the bubbles in the windshield glass. It's only on the driver's side, not the passenger, but I wouldn't want to drive very far with those bubbles at all. They're, like I say, they're pretty darn annoying. Like I say, that noise is just the paper flapping. My advice to this, you know, I think we've driven this truck about 20-30 miles or so since we got this truck in. You know, I wouldn't have a problem driving this truck if you're only going to drive it, you know, 100 or maybe even 200 miles home. I guess personally me, I don't like to drive any vehicle cross country unless I can get some local time with it. Make sure everything's all on the up and up. I can tell you you can hardly see it there, but right there and there are two windshield washer nozzle sprayers. They of course melted on the hood as well. Got the cruise set 62. Right here, 2,468 miles. These have the Alpine sound system, and then right here, this is your control for the fuel tank. So that's showing how much. This is the rear fuel tank here. So this is showing that the 97-gallon fuel tank on the bed is empty. And then, of course, if you turn it out, well, it was on, that turns it off. Plug in here. Got some storage there. Storage. CD changer. Horn works, of course, blinkers. You can see the temperature gauges. We are up to normal operating temps. There's no issues there at all. And I'll hit the brakes good and hard, and you can see we come to a good stop. Turn the truck around and we'll go back. Backup camera comes on. I'll give it a hard acceleration. Again, I apologize about that wind. It's a little louder going this direction here. That concludes our test drive. If you have any questions, feel free to email us. Thank you.